So what were you saying about Clinton, Anthony?
There's a book that's going to be coming out about Hillary Clinton, and apparently makes some allegations that Bill is just cheating like crazy now. Now he doesn't even care. It's not even he's not even trying to hide it. There are nights where he'll go over his girlfriend's house, and the Secret Service wait at the end of the driveway, and he spends the night at her house, and then leaves in the morning, and he's just banging now.
Hillary's in a tough position because she can't get divorced because she wants to be president.
Yeah, but what's worse, just realizing there's a problem and leaving and getting divorced and then moving on with your life, or who's going to vote for a woman that can't can't even keep her family life straight?
She's in just a bad position, though. The only shot she has at the presidency, which, I mean,
she doesn't, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
But, all of a sudden she gets the divorce and stuff. What? No one's... Yeah, exactly what you said, basically, but... So she's...
There'd sooner be
but she cares.
an N in there before Hillary.
What?
I meant Nader.
Yeah, Nader.
Nader.
What are you, a Nader lover?
No.
Jesus.
Nader. He runs just about every year. He'd sooner get in than Hillary. What were you talking about, Jimmy?
Nader.
So you can't have a female president. Or a black president. That's what what the country's all about.
Yeah.
But maybe you could have like a very, 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 very light-skinned black in there first. You're not going to go with a Mickey Rivers black.
No.
No. But the country will slowly accept something like that eventually.
Colin Powell?
Maybe even lighter than Colin, like barely black. I mean, just so barely black, but he could say I'm actually black. That's how the country thinks. We'll accept that maybe, eventually. But you can't go right for the Mickey Rivers black.
A lot of states in the middle of this country.
I understand. Same thing with a female president. Maybe a dykey female president first.
You think a bull dyke in there
first? Like a bull dyke, as long as she keeps her hair soft.
Mullet?
Keeps the hair soft. No, you can't go mullet. Are you insane?
Just total, sleeveless vest with tattoos, like a bull dyke.
It would have to be a manly woman.
No, I don't see it happening.
Kind of like like a Jenna Reno type.
Have you seen the pictures of the presidents through history? Have you looked at those photos? They really have a very common thread going through every one of them. Oh, the faces are different, sometimes very different.
And the wigs are different.
And the wigs early on, sure. But there's a common thread going through all of them. They're older white guys. That's how we like our presidents here. We have a history on that. There's a way to look and say, that's what we're going to get. Older, wise, white men that are leading the country, that we can look up to and say, I know he makes a good president because he's just like every other president we've had. Look at all the pictures on the wall. Perhaps you're in your schoolhouse now. Look at the walls. The presidents are on the wall of your classroom. They're all white guys. We like white people. We like the way they run the country. Sure, they fuck up every so often, but at least they're white guys. That's how we enjoy it. And remember, a lot of our presidents smoke Lucky Strike cigarettes. Smooth flavor, and it keeps away the lung fever. Yeah, we like things to remain the same like that. I think the only way you're going to get a black president is if there's a black guy down the line somewhere, and there's this cataclysmic destruction of our leadership where everyone just gets killed. And the succession line of succession, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Includes, like, milkmen. And then at that point, you can then jump to a black guy that might be president.
No, it will be a conservative, first of all.
Yeah.
It'll be an ex-military guy like Colin Powell, who'll probably get in the same way Bush Sr. did through a vice presidency.
Yeah.
You'll have some type of conservative president and a conservative vice president.
And if it's an incumbent, and then he's been the vice president, and then the guy running against him is a mongoloid, let's say. No? Could happen. I'm just saying that I don't think this country is ready.
And ask them if they want to help save this country from the onslaught of integration. You know the system is they want to throw white children and colored children into the melting pot of integration, out of which will come a conglomerated, mongrel class of people. Both races will be destroyed in such a movement. I, for one, under God, will die before I'll yield 1 inch to that kind of a movement.
Wow.
Mongrel! You think there'll be a female vice president?
No.
Again, I think a better shot conservative.
I think as a goof they would do that, and then make sure the president is very healthy and very well protected. You think Bush is well protected? You watch the protection a president gets if there's a female vice president.
I don't know how that. The American people, on the whole, you could look at New York, you could look at California, you could look at a few states and go, wow, pretty liberal thinking people here. You see which way they vote. You're forgetting what these states bookend. A country full of people that have very, very old ideas about race and sex and their place in our leadership. It's the way it is. It's not right. It's just the way it is.
You have to get people to cross party lines. That's why I'm saying if it's black, mostly, I'm not saying all blacks are Democrats, but typically that's a more Democratic voting
No, the
bloc.
Uncle Toms are Republicans. And
right.
Criminals are the liberal.
A good point.
Yeah.
You have to get them to cross party lines. Same thing with a woman. Conservative woman. Because I don't care what women say. If there's a conservative, a woman running for vice president, chances are a lot of Democratic women are going to switch and vote for that because they're going to see that getting the woman in office is more important than voting along party lines.
But then the abortion thing comes up. All of a sudden, now you got a conservative woman that's coming in. Now she's confronted with the pro-life or pro-choice decision.
Right.
Now a lot of women don't like the pro-life. They like pro-choice. They want to feel empowered. We have control over our own bodies. That, I think, blows the woman vote for a conservative woman. You get a liberal woman, there's a whole other thing. It's just the conservatives rip them apart.
She may not be completely conservative. She may have a certain moderate. Like Clinton was a more moderate liberal, I think. He wasn't completely, you know what I mean, for the death penalty.
And how big's her ass? Would it be big?
Not particularly. No, it's got to be kind
That's
of
another thing.
Stumper.
She can't be attractive. She can't be very attractive. She can't be hot.
Hillary Clinton's perfect looking.
But she can't be a dumpy thing.
Condi Rice is perfect looking for
you
politics.
Think?
Yeah. Condoleezza Rice has a shot at a vice president or something like that.
You think?
If she had a very strong, like a John McCain, somebody who's well-liked, I think so.
All right. Why don't we move on here? So Clinton is basically sleeping around.
That's what they say. That's what this guy is. Some guy's writing a book. I wish I had his name, but fuck him.
All right. We got Richard from Giant Magazine outside the studio. We should get him in to talk about movies.